What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So this meal is basically like centered around these pork chops that I seasoned when I was doing like my meal prep video not too long ago. So definitely check out that video. It was released like last week, and I know that the butter is burnt a little bit, but it's okay, it was still edible. But yeah, I marinate these kind of like how I would marinate steaks in a way, and I had them like in some Dale seasoning, like the little Dale sauce that you buy in the bottle. I seasoned it, and then I had like bell peppers and onions in a bag, and I let that sit for like a day or so. I feel like that was a day. But yeah, while those were like searing in the skillet, because basically I'm doing it how I would do steak. Like I would sear it in the skillet and then like bake it in the oven. So while that's like, you know, doing this thing over there, I'm using this aluminum foil to line this pan, just because like the pan has, you know, it's had its time. So I just like using like aluminum foil, and it's a little bit easier for me when it comes to cleanup. So I just put it everywhere, and I know I pulled off way too much, so it's okay, but I'm spraying it with some Pam, and then here is a little update of this food. And then switch to freaking like camera. I was all over the place cooking. I would love to do more cooking videos, but it's like I have to be like so intentional, and like I be cooking, when I be cooking, like I be having stuff everywhere. So it's like I have to really be like, okay, Ariel, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna do right, and I'm gonna cook this and like make sure I'm in frame and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm just letting it sit for a little bit, and then I added some more butter. Probably didn't need to add this much butter, but I was just trying to switch it out because it's been like forever, probably years since I've made pork chops, especially like bone-in pork chops. So I was just like trying stuff, and I feel like that's easily like how I really cook. Like I just be tapping in and just like kind of figuring stuff out. Like yes, if I really need to know how to cook something, I will watch a video on it, because like that's part of the reason why I know how to cook, how I cook, because I had to watch so many videos on how to cook certain things. And yeah, and I love cooking, but like I'm not gonna lie, I be tired during the week. Like I'll be exhausted. That's why it helps not to do like those meal prep days when I like prep like vegetables, stuff like that, and like maybe carbs or whatnot, because it makes it a little bit easier when I want to cook something during the week and like not eat fast food or anything like that. But I'm just peeling off some of these like potatoes. Like I usually keep the skin on, but there were like some parts I want to just go ahead and like peel off, so that's what I'm doing. And then I'm going to cut them, and usually I'll do like 6 to 10 potatoes. It just depends on like how big of a batch I want to do. And I like the yellow potatoes, but the red ones are chef's kiss, let's be honest. And now that these have kind of seared in the skillet, I'm going to move those pork chops to this pan, and put it in the oven. So after I put them in this little pan, I decided to use the rest of the marinade and just cover them. And I'm going to put the bell peppers and onions that were in the bag and just like spread them out on top, just so they can like bake. And I love like baking like bell peppers and onions. I feel like it really gives a good flavor. So yeah, and plus I'll be trying to find ways to add like different vegetables and stuff to more of my meals. So this is just a way for me to get those vegetables in. And then I'm going to pour a little bit that I had saved up after like, you know, putting all the bell pepper and stuff on top. And then I'm going to set the timer. I have to set timers because, girl, I will forget that I'm cooking, or I will forget how long has something been in the oven, and next thing you know, like I didn't burn some shit up. So definitely set the timers. That's like the easiest way for me to like keep up with everything when I'm cooking, because I usually multitask. And then now I'm just gonna like dice up these potatoes. I guess that's why I would say dice up. They're pretty big chunks, but like I don't like cooking them too small, because then like they burn like faster in the oven. And like I don't know, like I be letting the like potatoes cook while I go do certain things, so it's like I don't need them to cook that fast and they look crispy. So I don't know what, that's not the vibe we're going for. And I just cut them in fours if they're a bigger potato. If they're a smaller potato, I'll just cut it in like half and then cut that section in half, whatnot. I really don't be going for like a certain like look. It's just like, okay, I don't want my chunks to be humongous. But yeah, how is everybody doing? How are we feeling? How do y'all feel about food series? Because like I don't know if I want to do like more meal prep videos, or if I want to like start posting like, you know, easy like meals and whatnot, because I am busy as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you, like I be on the run but not like but I'll be like on the move. That's better. That's better. That sounds a little bit better. But I'll be doing stuff all the freaking time. So it's like I have to be intentional, especially if I'm trying to eat better, because I am like balancing. Like, yes, I will eat fast food here and there, but it's like fast food can never be my full diet because I would feel like shit. I'm gonna just be honest. Like, I can't even eat certain fast food for stuff because I would literally like start feeling nauseous, and that's not a good feeling. That's how I knew I need to get back in the kitchen, because when it gets to that point, it's like my body's like, I cannot do that. That was cute for a little day or two, but girl, get it together. So I love cooking potatoes like this. This is probably like one of my like favorite go-to like style for like potatoes. And I just like change up the seasonings. This time I want to use Slap Your Mama. I probably should have added just a little bit less, and then I added some garlic salt. See, when I be like mixing stuff, I be trying to not make things like too salty, but sometimes I don't add enough salt. So, you know, just follow your heart. You feel me? And I love paprika. I use paprika in almost everything, and then like black pepper, of course. And this is that grinder. Oh my gosh, like I hate the grinders, I'm not gonna lie, because it just takes so much, but I'm gonna use it just because that's what we have. And then I'm gonna add a little bit more oil. I add just like a tiny bit, and I'm just trying to make sure that all of the potatoes are coated evenly before I put them in the pan. So I'm just like mixing them up. And yeah, you can do this either in a bowl or in a bag if you want to. Shit, you could probably do it on the pan to save you like a dish from like, you know, having to wash. But I just did this because it was a little bit easier for me to just do it in a bowl and just pour them on the tray. So that's what you see me doing. And yeah, what seasons do y'all like to use on y'all potatoes? I like to do like ranch potatoes too, like those be eating. And sometimes I'll do like you could do like lemon pepper. That could be a vibe. I'm not gonna lie, that could be a vibe. But before I put the potatoes in there, I'm spraying it with that Pam. And this container probably, I mean, I feel like you did a good job cooking, but I probably could have picked a bigger one just to like space them out more. Just like when they're cooking, like they're not gonna cook like how it would cook if I had put it in the pan that I put the pork chops in. But it is what it is, and I'm setting another timer because, girl, I need to make sure I come up in the kitchen and make sure that nothing is burning. So this is what the pork chops are looking like, and I'm gonna just be honest with you, like, you will see me put them back in later on, and I think I could have put them back in, but like I cooked them for too long, so they were a little bit dry, which I was sad about. But I mean, it was the first time I had made these pork chops in like forever, so I can't be mad about it. But yeah, definitely don't have it up too high and don't cook it for too long. Just follow a recipe. If like you don't know what to do, that's probably easier, just follow a recipe. But yeah, I made sure that like some of those bell peppers and onions were like spaced out, because if they were just the same bell peppers and onions on top, they were definitely gonna dry out. But here we go, putting this back in the oven. So after that timer had went off for the potatoes, I took them out the oven, and you see me just like moving them around because I didn't want them to be like too crispy like the ones at the top to like burn. So I'm just trying to make sure that everything is like getting cooked evenly. So that's why you see me starting around, and it definitely needs to go back in the oven. So you will see me put it back in the oven. And then this is what the pork chops look like after I took them out the oven. Honestly, they, like I said, they were a little bit dried out, so I could have went in longer or like turned the temperature down. And now I'm putting those potatoes back in the oven that way that they can cook a little bit longer. And then while I'm doing that, like I baked cookies, and I was like also doing laundry and stuff. So yeah, but here we are. The timer's finna go off. Honestly, I feel like my favorite carb like during the week is either doing different things with rice or like potatoes like this. Like I feel like that's just the easiest way for me to get a carb in, and it doesn't take too long to cook. But yeah, what are your favorite like meals for during the week? Please let me know. And then if y'all want to see me do any like cooking videos in particular, just let me know and I will do it or try my hardest to do it. But yeah, this is the final meal. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.